Good morning, CAU. My name is Noah Kroner. Today's date is August 23rd, 2021, and welcome to Weather Hub. Looking at weather this morning, we're looking at the NextLab satellite and radar. We can see all the smoke from the California fires over the east of Bakersfield over here, and then to the north. There's smoke over the Central Valley over here, which is creating some haze, and then you can see we got the marine layer kind of coming off the coast of California here on the west coast. Current field conditions at Meadows Field. At 1454 Zulu, we're looking at winds from 140 at 3 knots, visibility 5, haze, and smoke. Skies clear with a temperature of 21 degrees and a dew point of 13. Altimeter's 2983. We can see from the trend here that it looks like the pressure is gradually increasing, but visibility seems to be pretty consistent. Moving on to our surface analysis chart, we can see that there is a low pressure system right near Bakersfield, and there seems to be a trough that's actually going down central California, um, and some pretty gradual isobars here, so it looks like winds are going to be relatively calm today. But the forecast for Bakersfield is showing about what we'd expect. Winds variable 5 knots, moving on to 330 at 10 knots, and then 350 at 6 knots. We can see down in the Oxnard layer, winds are going to be variable at 3 knots, moving up to 270 at 6, then 12, then back to 6. For the most part, we're going to see skies clear, but reduced visibility due to that haze and smoke. Down at LAX, there's a broken layer right now at 3,500 feet, but we should see that clear out throughout the day probably. Looking at our 500 millibar chart, we can see that there's not much change. Up at altitude, the winds are relatively calm and pretty consistent. General forecast, general overview, we can see that we do have a IFR air emit over the west coast of California, along with mountain obscuration down in the LA area. We're showing some marginal VFR being reported by the field, along with some cloud coverage, some ceilings down there. But the Bakersfield area looks to be reporting VFR. Looking at our winds aloft, we can see for Fresno, we're reporting light and variable at 3,000 and 6,000, and the winds pick up to 6 knots at 200. Seems like that's going to stay pretty consistent throughout the day. We can see that winds are going to pick up to 310 at 6, become light and variable at 6,000, and then become 9 knots from heading 170 at 9,000 feet. So that's our general overview this morning. Make sure to get an updated weather briefing before your flight, and thanks for stopping by.